Yeah. All right, number 17. We're looking for dy dx. X is our variable. Y is our function. The top one's always our function. Therefore, this y is a box. That y is a box. It's a function. Now we want the cosine of the first one, but it's not cosine of x. If it was cosine of x, that'd be easy. It'd be minus sine x. But it's not. It's a function. This is a double box situation. So what's the derivative of cosine of box? According to the chain rule, it's the opposite of the sine of box times the derivative of box. Here's the question. What is the derivative of that box? Now here's the problem. Box is box squared. What's the derivative of box squared? You move the 2 in front, decrease that by 1. So it's 2 box to the first times the derivative of box, which is dy dx. That's a double chain rule. So be careful with that one. Double chain rule. This one's easy. Derivative of that's just 1. And on the right side, again, if this were an x here, we'd be done, e to the x. But that's not x, that's a function. So that's box. What's the derivative of e to the box? I am my own grandpa times the derivative of box. Let me get rid of all this red stuff. Let me rewrite the left side. So I'm gonna move the 2y in front. Negative 2y sine y squared dy dx plus 1 equals e to the y dy dx. I do the same thing every time. I get all the dy dx's on one side. So I'm going to subtract, hold on here. I'm going to subtract this from both sides. So from the right side, it'll disappear and it'll become minus e to the y dy dx. And this 1, I don't want it, so I'll subtract it from both sides. So on the right side, I end up with a negative 1. We follow the pattern. We factor out the dy dx. I get this. And then the last step, I divide both sides by that blob. And so I just copy and paste. Copy, paste. And I divide that. Beautiful. There's my answer. You might notice these are all negative. I can multiply top and bottom by negative to make it prettier, and I get positive everywhere. And there is my answer. Done.